We're going. Where are the lights? Where the fuck are the lights? I can't see the lights! Alright, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we're off racing here at Monza for round 12 of Summit League Racing Division 2 at the Temple of Speed. And now we're going into the first chicane. Oh my god, it looks like there's fucking 5 cars wide in multiple different areas as we go into turn 1. There's definite contact. Who's gonna get out of this alive and in one piece? Looks like Men's holding the P1. We got Kazusko P2, Zach is P3, and Owen Howell has dropped down to P4. And losing another position to commence out of turn 3. Holy crap, what a start. Oh my goodness, someone went deep.
Oh yeah, Zaki's Beast has gone off, and Zaki's Beast has lost it at the chicane. He's fully gone off. Zaki's Beast now down to 11th, with his teammate the pole sitter Owen, losing multiple positions at the start, down to 3rd. Another man. Oh, gonna make crash. Let's go on.
Oh, yes indeed, some major contact. I think we are okay though. I think it's green flag still. But yeah, it's some major contact there. Coming out of the first Lesmo. Let's move up through the field. Holy crap. That was a fun first lap.
Yeah. A very action-packed first. Adrian had a very poor start. He dropped down to last near enough straight away, so I'm not sure what happened to him. His teammate JD Menz had the best start he can up into first place with Kislesko. Maybe thinking about going for the move, heading down into turn 1 now. It looks like Kislesko has already got the move done before they've even reached turn 1. And looks like JD Menz is going to think about going down the inside. No, he's not. Kislesko into the lead of the race on lap 2.
Well, I mean, there's still lots of racing to go, so...
Oh, that's Mash round!
Yeah, that was Mash. Just turned around. Here we go. We're going to see the replay, ladies and gentlemen, of that first Lesmo incident. At least we should. There we go. Boom. Yeah.
Nightmare start for the second place man in the championship. LSW legend. This championship days can't get any worse at the moment. It had a poor result in Belgium with his championship rival winning the race, if I remember rightly. And at the moment, Menz is going to extend the championship lead by another 18 points and could maybe see himself having one hand on the championship already. But as it stands, Kislesko is leading the race at the moment.
Woo, okay, he who shall not be named. We were just on board with him. He almost lost his rear end coming out of his Ascari, and now he's going to be susceptible to the overtake from Vapid Coot. Oh my goodness, that was very scary if you're an Alpha fan. But we're not going to say his name at all to keep the good luck going because, I mean, after the performance last week, hopefully he's on fucking Fuego fire, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, and that was QWERTY. QWERTY came in, so I think QWERTY may have damage already to that Red Bull car as he's now plummets down the order. As yes, he is getting a mid front wing down at Red Bull. He's lost his front wing completely.
And sorry to interrupt, but yeah, Big Mike has just made contact with Corrido into the first chicane. I'm not sure if the Red Bull incurred damage. Does not appear so on my screen, but definitely a little bit impeded. Everyone's okay though. No.
He's had a decent start. 7 positions gained for Big Mike. So even with that slight contact, up into 9th place.
Yeah, he's just making his way through the field slowly but surely, doing his own thing. I mean, definitely taking advantage of a bunch of the shenanigans that were going down in this. Borga is off at the second Lesmo. Fortunately, I didn't see it. We just saw kind of the ghost of the Williams there.
It's slightly too deep at the second Lesmo. I think he got a wheel on the gravel, and that was it. It's just the Williams going flying round. He's going to need a new front wing as well. I said a safety car could be common, and I'm really surprised we haven't seen one yet. But the Williams driver is going to need to come back to the pits for a new front wing, and that promotes South Raptor, I was going to mention as well, who's had a great start from, I think, 15th on the grid. He's up into 6th, so he's made the most of the carnage that's happened around him, as Commence has made his way past Rapid Coot now, up into 4th place.
Yeah, Commence slowly but surely making moves. Corrido also doing kind of the same sort of thing. Corrido started, I believe, in P13. He's up into P6 right now. South Raptor is now going to be charging to try and get the position back. Big Mike may be under pressure from Golden Egg Fryer shortly. Lots of different battles, lots of different strategies as well. Lee, Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, carry on. Sorry, no, carry on, carry on.
I was gonna say Lee, at least within a second of Kozlowski, so he's staying within the DRS range of Kozlowski, which is actually probably the most important part, especially in this part of the race. Still has 100% battery as well, compared to Kozlowski pretty much at 60%. So, oh, now he finally uses some battery. Maybe he heard me.
That's what I was about to say as well. So Benz is managing his battery brilliantly at the moment with Kozlowski unable to break DRS, 60% battery, but the championship leader able to pull DRS at Owen Howe behind him. He's used a lot of battery to try and get in that DRS as Owen. And it'll be crucial if Owen can get in Menz's DRS. And I think Menz might not actually have DRS on this main straight because Kozlowski has, I think, maybe pulled it. It's going to be tight. No, he doesn't have it.
Wow. So yeah, there was just enough separation there, I guess, at the detection point to allow Kozlowski some safe passage up into the first chicane. Still, Lee Menz, you can tell, I think he has a lower downforce with the setup because he is faster in a straight line regardless. Here we go, Corrido making a move past South Raptor. Is that South Raptor again? Yeah, I think it was again. Corrido and South Raptor.
South Raptor. South Raptor got him into turn one, and then he got a bit deep into the first chicane, the Retrofilio, and that allowed Corrido back through into 6th place.
Yeah, Corrido, pretty much 4.5 seconds behind Vapid Coot right now. Oh, something happened in the background. I think that's Molly and that's Mash. So his day has just gone from bad to worse now. I don't think he has damage, luckily. But
he's got away scot-free without any damage, so hopefully Mash can carry on, but it's been a tough start for SLR Mash.
Yeah, down to P13 as it stands. I'll go up through the field. Looks like Golden Egg Friars now made the move on Big Mike coming out of the Ascari. Very nicely done from the Mercedes driver. And now Big Mike under pressure from Zach's Beast, who's going around on the inside up to Parabolica. And that is now P10 for Big Mike. Oh boy.
It was a big mistake for Mike going into Ascari chicane, went way too deep, and that allowed Golden Egg Fry through, and now because of that mistake, it's allowed Zach's Beast through now, and getting that Alfa Romeo back up the order after a very, very tough opening lap.
Yeah, it looks like Big Mike, even with the DRS, obviously with Zach's Beast having DRS as well, it's going to be even harder to make the move, so he's got some work to do. Mash getting a move ahead of Legend for P12 here. That's a battle you usually see up at the front, but because of things we will not say here, unfortunately they are in P12 and 13 respectively. Move back up to the front though. We have Vapid Coot, who's just made a move ahead of Commence for P4 in this race. And another important thing to note, guys, Owen Howell has now joined this DRS train with our leaders. And he's on the hards.
Crucial for Owen.
And
exactly. So second off, he's going to be rapid on those medium tyres that, of course, the guys in front of him will be on at the moment. He's still got okay battery, does Owen. So if he can just manage it behind these 3 cars, maybe see them battle, Owen could be in a, I keep saying his name, I probably shouldn't, but he'll be well in the battle for the race victory in about 20 laps time.
Yeah. We'll have to keep an eye on here, yeah. Oh, I see this is your first time chatting. I welcome you, brother, but we can't say his name. My co-host keeps fucking that up. We can't say his name, so his name is Voldemort. So come on, Voldemort is the name, okay? He who shall not be named. Because every time we fucking mention his name, or at least definitely me, anytime I say his fucking name during a race, it's fucking over. So we're just gonna wish him the best of luck and hope he keeps it up, especially after that performance last week.
A legend there, around the outside of Match, going to the Retrofilio chicane into turn 1, up into 12th place now. They've been battling quite a few laps now, but LSW Legend is trying to get his way back up the field and try and score as many championship points as he can to reduce the deficit to his championship rival, JD Menz, who's still running second.
Yeah, Legend's got a lot of work to do, even if he wants to get some points.
Kozlowski's gone deep at the exit of Ascari. This is going to allow Menz to potentially take the lead on the main straight now.
Where to follow, folks? Where to follow is the question.
Go then. Main straight now for JD Menz. Could this be the time he takes the lead? He's got a lot of extra batteries, you can see, compared to Kislesko. He's got the DRS, he's got the slipstream. Commence, that's the fastest lap, but JD Menz is going to go to the inside. He is going to go to the inside. Towards the Retchfield chicane we go. Down the inside at turn 1.
Oh!
JD Menz got the move done.
Yeah, and Voldemort getting a little sneaky there, giving a little little ass touch there to Kislesko. Little love tap from the back.
Versus Legend round 4 now. Mash gets back ahead of the Aston Martin driver, back up into 11th place, and that battle's going to go on for quite a while. Maybe we'll see it again later on. But yeah, the battle for the lead between the top 3 is looking very, very saucy at the moment.
Yeah, honestly, I know I said this earlier, but I can't stress this enough. Legends and Mash, usually they're up at the front, and it's funny to see them battling it out here at the back here, because these guys really, this is going to be a fun little battle. I wish I could stay on board with them for a lot longer. Let's move up to here. We see it's like Golden Eggfire catching up to Zacky's Beast. We got South Raptor sailing with Garrido. Oh boy!
South Raptor, I don't know how he's kept it out of the barrier. Fair play. He's going to lose a few positions, but I think he would much rather that happen than his race be over.
Yeah, at least he's still in the points, but oh my goodness, that was definitely not the optimal line you want out of Ascari, folks. And yeah, it's now back into P9, and he's got work to do. I mean, he's got some slipstream, he's got the DRS, of course. Can he get on the inside of Eggfryer coming into turn 1? It's going to be close. They are side by side. Who's going to be better on the braking? And it's going to be Eggfryer as Eggfryer. I don't know if he was clipped or whatnot, but regardless, he's now down to P10, Big Mike in P9, Raptor in P8. Wow.
Mike steps through. I think there was slight contact between the two of them as Marsh has gone round. I think he maybe had contact this time with LSW Legend. I might be wrong, but Mash now losing even more time now.
Oh boy.
Kislesko though, he might think about going for a move towards the sky. It'd be very risky if he does. He's closing up, but he's not going to close up enough, and he's thinking twice. There's a very long race ahead of them, and he's going to wait till maybe the main straight to try and get Men's back and the race lead back.
Yeah, probably a smart move, considering the ERS. I mean, it seems like Kislesko's been a lot smarter with regards to the battery life.
Lap car going through. I think that's Justin Blaze, who's had a very tough race so far. You can see him ghosting through some of the cars, but I think Kislesko's going to take the lead back, Diesel.
Yeah, we're just on board with Kislesko. Now he's going to about to go side by side. And he does get the position done. Oh my goodness, Lee on the braking though. And then of course Drastic Blaze is like, hey guys.
Here we go though, through Cavagrande. Can Kislesko get it back round the outside? He's going to have the inside line. Going towards the chicane. And he's already going for the chicane. That's a lovely move from Kislesko.
Yeah, there's some great little battles here up in the lead. And I still think it was really funny to watch the ghost of Drastic Blaze. Just like, hey guys, like, I'm going to unlap myself. Hope you guys don't mind.
Kislesko's got DRS now from Drastic Blaze's car. Of course, still, no matter what, if they're a lap down or not, if you're within a second of them, you still get the DRS advantage, and this is going to help Kislesko hold on to the lead for maybe a little while longer, and maybe to the pit window, which is going to come up shortly.
You know, this could work out actually absolutely fantastic, just because Drastic Blaze probably won't be going 100%. And, oh my goodness. The fact that Kislesko can actually use the DRS to help him stay ahead of Lee is just going to be crazy.
Big car battle as well has now become 5 as Commence and Vapikut have now joined this lead battle as Drastic Blaze has set the fastest lap despite being a lap down, so he's still got some okay pace. But yeah, Commence Vapikut, now within this DRS train, has now made it a 5-way battle for the lead of this race. Ooh, I haven't thought about it around the outside of JD Menz, but now this is maybe about Commence now.
Every time they go through that first chicane, I think I'm holding my breath now. I can't speak. I can't even do commentary when they go through there. It's just like, fucking hell. Yeah, as you said, top 5 in that DRS train. So the battling, it seems, between Lee Menz and Kislesko, as much as we've enjoyed it on stream, has slowed them down a bit to allow their competitors behind to catch up. I don't know if it might affect them mentally. I highly doubt it. Let's be honest. These two kind of probably in their own world right now.
Yeah, they're doing very well, are they, out in front, and of course drag the other cars behind them, which of course is going to boost their confidence as well. Owens had a really poor exit out of the SLRF chicane. This has now brought Commence and Rapid Coupe right up to the back of him. I think Owens, he is going to get DRS after a bit of battery usage, but of course starting on the medium tyres, of course you'll need to pit early, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Koslesko and JD Menz maybe in the next few laps.
Yep, and actually, I've just noticed Kozlesko has not actually got DRS anymore from Drastic Blaze, so maybe going to be susceptible. We'll see. It seems like he's catching up, but he just doesn't have it. Owen Howell, not able to make a move. Commence, all 5 of them is just sitting pretty in their positions. Carrito is incurred a 3-second time penalty. I just noticed that as well. And
Mashes off again.
Oh, shit.
Final corner.
Mash.
No. Worst day for Mash.
It's just gone from bad to worse for SLR Mash and all Mercedes fans here at Monza.
Day to forget for SLR Mash. His teammate Golden Egg Fry still running in the points though, so bringing home some points for Mercedes at the moment in the Joint Constructors Championship. But the other side of the Mercedes garage is it's a day to forget.
He's just gone into the pits. Let's go back up to our front. With our little DRS train up here at the front, our top 5. Kozlesko, Menz, Owen, and Commence Vapkut.
Good tasty battle out in front at the moment, but I think we're going to have a battle going on for P6 in a moment's time because Zaki's Beast is closing into FRL Carrito at a rate of knots when we head towards the Parabolica. And I think Zaki's Beast, after what was a great race out last time out for Alfa Romeo, double podium, as Vapkut is going to go for the undercut. Zaki's Beast also is going to go for that undercut as well, so this might bring him potentially closer to that lead train.
Yeah, all right, so obviously the pit window open for our medium runners. Let's keep an eye out on the front guys as well, especially with Menz and Kozlesko running on those mediums. How long do you expect the hard runners to go for? Do you expect them to go onto the mediums, or do you expect them to run as long as they can until they go to the softs?
I expect them to probably go to the mediums. It'll be more than likely the quicker strategy because the softs around here are maybe good for about 6 laps and that's about it. But I won't be surprised the hards about maybe 15, 16 laps in they will pit. So only a few laps longer than the medium compound runners. But of course, they'll get the extra benefit of the quicker tyres at the end of the race.
Of course. So, yeah, we'll have to keep a note, see how this undercut / the overcut is going to work out, especially with these tire strategies and the... This is pretty much the exciting part of the race when everyone is nice and close. This could create a lot of gap or maybe no gap at all. We will have to see.
Long way to go though. 14 laps to go when we cross the line. And are we going to see any more of the medium runners pit? Kozlesko, is he going to stay out? Kozlesko peels into the pit lane. Jelly Men's championship leader stays out and now takes the lead of the race on track.
Yep, so definitely a couple undercuts going in. A bunch of different strategies going down. Here in this race, we have He Who Shall Not Be Named up into P2. And, yeah, Kozlesko coming on to that hard compound, coming out. Nicely done.
Early stop for Commence. He's gone onto the medium, so he's gone for a big undercut. Of course, we'll have the advantages of the medium straight away, but he's going to struggle with tyres near the end.
All right, that'll be important to note. Well, we are pretty much at the halfway point of this race, ladies and gentlemen. It's important to note. So, if you've made it this far, we only got halfway to go.
Very quick Grand Prix it is, of course, around a 1 minute 20-ish, 1 minute 22 lap time around those times. And as you said, just over the halfway point now is where we'll see everyone coming in for the pit lane who hasn't pit already, of course.
Yeah, and I mean, this track definitely lives by its name as the Temple of Speed, because it really is not only just feels like a fast race, but it technically is a fast race.
It's a very fast racetrack. It is one of the fastest on the calendar. And Kozlesko, I've just realised he has really undercut Commence. It's now over 2 seconds nearly to the Alpine driver behind him. And it seems the championship leader is going to come in this lap. He is. So Jenny Menz is in. He Who Shall Not Be Named now takes the lead of the race on track, of course, but he still needs to make his pit stop.
Yeah, those hard runners got some work to do. Obviously, they're going to be in the lead of the race.
Stay out, stay out, stay out,
stay out, Raj.
stay out. Hey, stop late now. Say, copy.
Stay out, stay out, stay out, says Raj.
Lembar's just joined, but he's joined a little bit late now. We're already halfway into the race. But so yeah, drivers yet to pit. You can see the top four of Owen Howe, South Raptor, Golden Egg Fry, and Big Mike all yet to pit. I'm sorry, he should not be named. I keep falling into a trap. But I want to try Big Mike, Golden Egg Fry potentially. Maybe hope for a safety car that will bring them right back into the front fight of this race. But you never know. Still a long way to go.
Yeah, you said it, man. Lee Menz here under pressure from Kizlesko. Kizlesko has gone around the track at least once on this hard compound, this new hard compound. So we should have more heat, a little more traction as Lee tries to.
The heat.
Yeah, Lee just needs to get heat. You might be susceptible to coming into his Scari, and yeah, Kizlesko getting the move done. Kind of did a dummy to the outside and then right on the inside. Nicely done from the Aston Martin. I'm sure Lee Men's going to be like, fuck you, I'm coming. Oh, Voldemort has come in, folks!
That's going to be crucial to see where he comes out in comparison to JD Menz and the rest of the pack. I think he may drop maybe a bit behind. He's changed his front wings. Sorry, Voldemort had damage.
Uh-oh. That's your fault. You said his name.
Ah, shit.
I have no idea where he incurred damage, but obviously something happened, and he's going to lose quite a few positions. I think you lose an extra 5 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, just because of the stupid wing.
Yeah, so maybe he didn't even know about the damage. Caused very light damage, and he goes side by side into turn 2, and Spencer's got the position, but I think there was a bit of wheel banging there.
Yeah. Definite wheel banging there, Bus. Definite wheel banging. These guys getting a little aggressive, getting a little feisty. I'm sure a lot of guys know we're coming closer to the end, and overtakes are going to be a lot more valuable here in the closing stages.
Voldemort's going to be a man on a mission now after having to replace his front wing, which I don't even know if he knew about, let alone us, because his pace was still very, very good fighting near the front, and he's going to need to find at least 5 seconds if he wants to join that lead train. But of course, DRS is so crucial around here.
Yeah, that's the one big issue. Luckily for him, Vapid Coot is kind of in his own world, 1.6 seconds behind Commence, who we're actually on board with. Going to go up on the inside of Kizlesko, coming up to Parabolica, and he outbreaks the Aston Martin. And that is P5, I guess, on track at least right now, but technically P2, I guess you could say, in the race. This is the battle for the lead. Commence now going for the lead of the race, and he does. The proverbial lead of the race once Big Mike and Raptor make their mandatory pit stops. And that was some great 2 overtakes basically in the span of 2 corners, Corey. I hope you saw that, brother.
Yeah, it was a great battle there. For what is the net race lead of the race. And it's because, Commence now taking the lead on his medium tyre. He's going to have a great advantage out in front as Drastic Blades' race goes from even worse to probably the worst day of his league racing career. He's just lost his front wing again out of the second Lesmo.
Oh no, and here we come up to the second Lesmo as well, so we may see the stricken Blaze very shortly, folks, as our pack pretty much for the net lead is still raging on Commence, Menz, and Kizlesko. Then you got Vapid Coot and Voldemort already made up a full second on Vapid Coot, important to note. And of course he is on the medium tires, so he will technically be faster, and he's apparently got a new front wing, so maybe that'll add another 10 kilometers. Who the fuck knows, right, folks? South Raptor, though, has made his pit stop. He's come in. Big Mike is the last person, and seems like actually, no, it's going to be Big Mike and Abqwerty, I think, that will probably be having to make pit stops, and maybe Borga.
As Voldemort is about 0.3 of a lap slower of Commence at the moment, but he's seriously gaining on Kizlesko and JD Menz crucially as well. Of course, he needs to get his way past Vapid Coot, who's now within DRS of Kizlesko, who's now lost DRS to JD Menz, who has started to use all that battery he's got left in reserve to close up to the net race leader, Commence.
Yeah, I think Commence's goal here at this point is just going to be to get in DRS range of Big Mike so he can use that to help himself defend. Also, important thing to note, Commence on the medium tire here. I didn't even kind of realize that until now, but yeah, the medium tire obviously being the faster tire. And I think he jumped onto this medium tire really early, and you said he may struggle towards the end. And that might be interesting, because if that's the case,
Big
then
Mike now.
yeah, if that's the case, then Commence may have some work to do come the end of this race, because obviously Lee will be fine towards the end of the race.
Yeah, we will see. Maybe the hard tires will be quicker at the mediums at the end. We'll see. Commence is going to have DRS from Big Mike, who we will see pit off into pit lane now, and it will be Commence back in the lead on track, and of course net race lead of the race. And I think that's Golden Egg Fryer who's now gone off at Ascari.
Oh no. Well, the only thing I'm worried about is a safety car, and I don't think it's pretty good. There have been a lot of collisions, but everyone's been really for the most part, watching their P's and Q's, and hasn't really made a huge incident where we've actually needed a full safety car. Maybe one incident I think I could recall. But apart from that, I think the FIA has done okay. I mean, normally we're shitting on Codemasters. I want to give Codemasters a round of applause for once.
Yeah, they've actually done a few things right this evening for once. As Mash, so it's been a tough day. He's going to try and make his way up into 15th now. This is the only battle on track as Mash ran the outside on the straight. It looks amazing. An easy move past SLRF1 and up into 15th place. Just driving for a bit of pride out there now.
You know, sometimes, yeah, when you just have a shit fucking day, that's what you need to do. You just put your head down and you just race for yourself at that point.
Menz so nearly has pulled DRS from JD Menz, but Menz using that remaining battery he has still has nearly double of Commence, but of course the extra advantage on the medium tyres Commence is nearly getting him DRS. He needs to try and get it within the next lap, and I don't think JD Menz hasn't got DRS. He was just outside of the 1 second gap at the detection point.
I mean, he's so close to Commence. I think really the goal is just going to be to stay within this range. He doesn't necessarily need to get it, but as long as he can stay within this range, I think he's gonna become easier and easier as the race comes to its conclusion.
One man's podium dream, I don't think is over just yet, is Voldemort in P5. He's now well within DRS of Vapikut, who's around 2.5 seconds away from Kislesko in P3. But with Voldemort on the medium tyres, it's going to really help him on the later stages of this race, and right now as well. And might be able to make his way past Vapikut, maybe even on this next straight, because Vapikut's gone very wide at the first Lesmo.
Yeah, Owen Howell having a look. Now he's going to have DRS coming into Ascari. Also, thank you, Sergeant Kamarov, for the follow. And here we go. Owen Howell up on the inside. Nicely done from the Alfa Romeo up into it, just way before Ascari. And that is P4 for for Voldemort. Ahead of Vapikut. He's got 2 seconds to catch up to the third sitter, which is Kislesko at the moment.
He's got a bit of time. 7 laps to go as Menz is now back within DRS range of the race leader Commence. So Menz's chance for the race victory is far from over as Owen Howell now sets the fastest lap of the race in the process of his podium chances at the moment. I keep saying his name.
I know, I'm saying it too, but I blame the alcohol on my part. I don't know what you have to, what your excuse is, but my excuse is definitely beer. And I'm also getting really excited too, because this is just like, this is intense. He's making up quite a bit of time, let's be honest. And the fact that Lee and Commence actually, like, because I feel like Lee is going to get stronger and stronger as it gets towards the conclusion, they might actually incur in some battles. And we saw already with the last time Lee was getting into a battle that it slowed the guys down and allowed everyone else to catch up. So we may see this all over again.
Far from over. Menz has lost DRS again now, heading towards the Ascari. So can he get it back through the chicane, and maybe for the main straight he will get the DRS. He's still within a second. It's just over now. He's got to use that battery he's got in reserve, but Commence also using the remainder of his battery now. It's just going to be over a second between the top two. So Menz again not having DRS, and this is because I keep saying Kislesko. Commence's chance to start pulling away from JD Menz for the win of this race.
I mean, This is actually really close, all up at the front. Corrido, it seems like, has just been happy staying behind Zach is Beast. He knows he has that 3-second time penalty, so he'll probably drop down into P8. Luckily for him, Legends, though, far enough. Actually, Legends moved up into the points, and considering his championship rival, Lee Men, sitting in P2, at least he gets some points, you know? I mean, you got to look at some consolation, right? Oh! And speak of consolation, this is not consolation whatsoever. Abcordy went round at Parabolica there, Corey, and has lost his front wing completely. He's now coming into the pits.
It is a tough day for the Red Bull driver. As he pulls into the pit lane with a 5-second penalty as well to his name. Owen has now made his way already into DRS of Let's Go. Sorry, Voldemort. Yeah. Because I haven't even drunk. But yeah, I just said it again. Voldemort is now within a second, well within a second now of Kislesko, and his top 3 battle is well and truly on.
Yes, it is. The mediums are hot and fresh, ladies and gentlemen. They're hot off the press and ready to go. And what does the Aston Martin have to say about the Alpha coming down? You can see the Alpha just kind of flowing through the air. Now he's got some slipstream. We're going to be on board with Owen through this. Talk us through this, Corey.
Here we go then, down the main straight, heading towards the Retrofido chicane. Here on lap 23, Voldemort makes his way into the podium position again. Great move.
Absolutely fantastic. And now he is less than 2 seconds away from Lee and Commence. Voldemort.
Oh. Far from over for Voldemort in P3. If you've only just joined us, was leading this race at one point. I don't even think he knew, let alone us. He knew he had front wing damage when he came into the pit lane. As it replaced his front wing, lost about 5 seconds, and he has done a brilliant job to close his way back through the pack and now into the podium positions. And with about 5 laps to go, is well within the chance of a race victory here, as you can see on the medium tyre as well, giving him that extra advantage. Could even be in DRS of JD Menz here on the main straight.
Yeah, this is going to be very tight here. They're coming up real close out of Ascari, and he who shall not be named is flying through this field right now. 7-lap old mediums versus the 8-lap hards, and we have essentially 4 laps to go now as soon as Commence crosses the line. Oh, and check. Oh, GMC. Oh, thank God. That was in the pits. That was in the pits. Oh, my God. Sorry, my heart stopped for a second, folks.
He thou should not be named is well within half a second now of the championship leader, JD Menz. And I think maybe at the end of this lap, he could see himself in P2. And he Commence on the older mediums now. They will start to drop off. And Voldemort, I keep nearly saying his proper name, is still within a chance of winning this race. If he didn't have had the front wing damage, he could be miles out in front. But let's not think about that now. Just think about we've got a great battle for the race victory all the way to the end of this race.
Yeah, we have Commence, Lee Menz, and Owen Howell, ladies and gentlemen, battling it out for pretty much the win of this race. This is actually ridiculous stuff. And you can't ever forget about Kislesko. He's still up there in the fight as well. Anything can happen here at Monza, the Temple of Speed. 3.5 laps to go now as we go through Ascari. Voldemort getting real close to Lee.
Gotta be just looking so comfortable. Ran the whole track, really. And he's now well within deal. I think we're going to have the move done here on the main straight, Diesel.
Yeah, we're going to stay on board now with him. And this is it. As you said, he's got up to the Ferrari. This is the home of Ferrari. And I guess technically it is Ferrari engine. I mean, the Italians wouldn't be unhappy with this result. I can say that. I mean, they would obviously be more happy with Ferrari, but still, to see an Alpha, at least another Italian team doing well here at Monza is good to see. And now they'll hunt down the Frenchman, the baguette. That is Commence.
Indeed, Commence. He's going to do all he can to try and hold off the sister Ferrari, you could say, the Alfa Romeo, in P2. But I mean, Voldemort nearly. It's just outside DRS now, but Kamenz with a hell of a lot more battery is going to need it to try and hold off the Alfa Romeo behind him. Owen is within DRS range already, so he's had a great lap. Has he got the DRS? No, so he's just ever so slightly out, must be a few thousandths of a second he was out, and that means Kamenz can use a bit of that battery now to maybe pull the DRS as we'll cross the line, and we'll have 2 laps to go to decide the victor of this Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah, the one positive thing is Kamenz has saved up at least 30% of battery, where the other guys have less than 10% pretty much now. Oh, actually, no. As soon as I say that, I see Lee at 50%. Lee has been actually smooth on the battery, and I think that's just because he knows he's in the championship lead. He knows P3 is just a nice, comfortable add-on to his lead, I guess, in this situation. So he doesn't really need to force the gap. He doesn't need to force the battery. He's just having a good race, and I mean, he's still going to be pretty happy with P3, I'm sure. Meanwhile, we have he who shall not be named kind of losing a little bit of time there on that straight. He's got 2-lap younger tires than the French rival ahead of him. But it's important to note, Kozlesko and Lee Menz is still staying with Voldemort, guys. That's really important to note.
It's too little too late for Voldemort. Maybe now, I think, with 1.5 laps to go, he can't get within DRS at the moment. He's going to need a mistake from the Alpine driver to try and get this race victory. Maybe if he didn't have that front wing down, or maybe if the team didn't replace that front wing, he could be well and truly out in front, seeing himself as the victor in a lap and a half time. But again, still just over a lap to go. Anything can happen.
Yeah, now we come into the score. It's going to be important. This is a really fast exit, a really fast corner, and it looks like Voldemort getting the cleaner exit, improving by almost 0.2 out of the Scari itself. Now we go into Parabolica. This is the important one. Corey knows it, I'm sure. Corey, I'll let you hold your breath, and I will fucking scream my lungs out, because here we go. Final corner. 1 lap to go. As soon as Kamenz crosses the line, and is going. Oh, yes, he does. He does have it. So he's going to get a lot of extra straight line speed going into the first game. The only problem is he's over a second. It looks like Kamenz, out of the final corner, like, even though he was susceptible to the DRS, he just had this better exit and the better straight line speed, and it looks like Voldemort just too little too late. The one positive for him, though, is the Ferrari of Lee Menz completely out of attacking range, and now Kozlesko could be battling for that final podium position, because Kozlesko is definitely in range. Lee's podium is not guaranteed, folks. The Aston Martin nice and close as we come up to the first Lesmo and the second Lesmo. Of course, a very important second Lesmo, as Corey was saying earlier. Important on the braking, important not to hit too much curb or the grass. Getting the DRS, and here we go into Ascari. Kozlesko using all the battery he has left. The only thing is Lee has so much battery, and I'm sure he doesn't even know that. As we go into Ascari, is it going to be a little better on the braking? No. Lee Menz holding the position. And one thing to note, Kamenz on the 13-lap-old mediums. We thought he might struggle towards the end. He has not. And he who shall not be named has done an absolutely fantastic job as well. Really unfortunate for him that he incurred the wing change. But he will get a solid P2. Owen Howell, we can say your name. Congratulations, brother. Lee will get P3, our championship leader. Kozlesko just too little too late. And he will stick with a solid P4. We got Vapikut in P5. Zacky's Beast in P6. Corrido P7. South Raptor in P8. And we're just going to be waiting for the final point, guys. And I'll just see. So it looks like Legends, Big Mike coming through. Will Golden Igfar. Yes, okay. So Big Mike will round out the points. Ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a battle. I need a break. I need to hit a bowl. Corey, take it away, brother. I'm sorry.
A great end to the race that was. Kamenz holding on his 2-lap older tyres as Drastic Blaze picks up the fastest lap on the last lap. A tough day for him, but gets the fastest lap. But yeah, Kamenz taking the victory. Owen Howe gets the runner-up spot, one up on what he got last week. Only if he didn't have that replacement of a front wing, he maybe would have won this race today. Championship leader JD Menz extends his championship lead by 13 points to his nearest rival of LSW. I think it's a 70-point lead now for the championship leader. And Kozlesko finishing P4 is a good result for the Aston Martin team, and Vapikut rounds out the top 5. But yeah, an amazing race that has now come to its long-awaited conclusion.
Oh, thank God for Gatorade. Oh. Well, all right. So I'm just literally I'm gonna go run up through the grid, and then I'm gonna go hit my bowl because my voice. I literally felt like I was screaming for a full minute there. Well, how long is the lap? Minute 20 seconds. I was screaming for a minute 20 seconds at least. Okay. My voice actually kind of hurts right now. But anyways, commence. We'll take P1, Owen Howell in P2, Lee in P3, Kozlesko P4, Vapid P5, Zacky's Beast in P6, Corrito P7, Raptor P8, Legend P9, and Big Mike to round out the points in P10. Also, important to note, I think, it's weird because I did see that Blaze took the fastest lap, but maybe at the very end, Adrian went even faster by literally 100th of a second. Now, it doesn't matter because Adrian is in P12, but it's still funny to note that Adrian was an asshole and stole it, so. Anyways, we're going to get everyone into the Discord party chat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping my co-host is doing that.